This episode tonight is our first season 1 episode that I'm showing in this oddly ordered run of Moral Oral. Why? Because there's one little insignificant joke that gets a reprise in tomorrow's episode. So remember that omelet face mask joke, kids. You won't regret it. This was one of the episodes that was held by Standards and Practices because they were worried about some of the content, which I felt was kind of tame. We made some slight changes, and I don't think it hurt the show at all, and I can't even remember what they were. But it's an episode that introduces Joe, the bad boy of the show, voiced by Jay Johnston. So please enjoy the sight of Oral bashing some adorable little kids in loyalty. Hi, Dino Samtopoulos, Nick Weidenfeld. We're here again to talk about Moral Oral in Praying.
Praying.
This is the Buddha episode. You like the...
I really like, there's the sort of the climax, the scene at the end. Has an amazing, really an amazing set piece and amazing animation.
It's more in the middle, yeah, where the set breaks away.
In my mind, it's the climax.
It's the climax, yeah, it goes downhill from there. It was directed by Ross Schumann, who actually is our set designer, so he designed Oral's bedroom breaking away, and it was animated by Sarah Meyer, who's a great animator.
Emmy Award winning.
Yeah, but not for this show, for Robot Chicken, which I wasn't going to mention.
Okay.
Hi, Seth. Let's watch.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Dino Samtopoulos. This is Nick Weidenfeld, and we're going to introduce Presents for God.
Right. I bet you some money that if you'd set the whole show in Sinville where they go in this episode, then maybe you'd still have a show on the air.
Do you think we could do a spin-off where it's just called Sinville?
I mean, I don't want to make any promises on the air, but I think that it's not a bad idea.
We're not on.
It's such a stupid bit. We're on the air. Okay,
all right,
please watch
sorry.
it.
He just canceled my joke, like he canceled my show.
I was not part of canceling that show.
So shut up. And Scott, you're behind me, right?
Yes.
Good. This is the first episode that was supposed to have aired, but instead they aired the Christmas episode first. You think that was a good idea?
No, terrible idea. I fought against it. What did you say?
I said, let's just do it. I want this show on the air so I can make a little money. And that's exactly what I did.
He made a little money.
Little money. This one's called The Lord's Greatest Gift, and it's perfect to start with because it's a fun, silly, goofy zombie premise. And this is a very typical Moral Oral, and I like it. Hi, hi. This episode was written by Scott Adson. Right over here. It starts off with a clown bit that you love. And then it ends with a bit where they're just standing still that I love.
So it's bookended by things we like.
Right. It feels like an earlier episode because I think Scott came up with this during season 1. And in season 2, we got an order for 20 and we didn't have enough ideas. So I was like, get that other idea out and let's just do it. And here it is. That other idea.
It turned out well.
Now, Scott, Scott and Dino, do you think Clay's gay?
No, I think Clay is looking for affection.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
No, I was going to talk about Stop Frame.
Oh, okay. Well, do you think Stop Frame's gay?
I have a theory about that.
Well, what?
I think that Stop Frame has not slept with Clay yet, and so that's the only reason he's obsessing about him.
I'm cool with that. You thought I was going to disagree with that? No. Watch Satan. We both agree on what these characters are doing. Hey, it's Dino, and you know, usually on Thursdays I like to do a premiere, but since tomorrow is Halloween, here's the Halloween episode. Oral can't get scared on Halloween because he feels God's love too much. So what can a boy do except make God hate him? I really like the end of this episode because it gets across how sad and pathetic Reverend Putty really is. Played to absolute perfection by William Salyers. Happy Halloween and enjoy Moral Oral in God-fearing. And 2 premieres next week, remember.
On a new Moral Oral, Blaberta will tell the story of how she met and fell in love with Oral's father.
I'm Blaberta. Blaberta Hymantact.
I'm Clay.
Are you going to the reception?
Ah, thank you. I think you forgot yours.
New Moral Oral, Tuesday at 12:15.
Here's a seasonal favorite, the best Christmas ever.
This is notorious for being the first episode ever aired and the last of season 1.
I think it was a great idea.
I think it was a terrible idea, and you know it was a terrible idea.
I know, but I like terrible ideas. That's why it was a great idea. This episode features my daughter Tigger in the role of Shapey.
Oral's brother, and also the great Carolyn Lawrence as Oral himself.
She's great. My comedy writing mentor and friend, Norm Holly, said of this episode, you have to change the ending because you've ruined Christmas. And if that doesn't whet your appetite, I don't know what will.
So ruin your own Christmas right now.
Okay, this is the last rerun we'll play before the series finale tomorrow.
Scott and Dino.
Oh, hi.
This is one of the most popular episodes we've done among these 6 people who talk about it online.
That's right. And it's also kind of answers, we put it on now because it answers the question of the divorce from yesterday's episode. So it's not really a Christmas episode, but it fits nicely in between these 2 episodes.
So watch this, and then watch tomorrow night for the very last episode ever of Moral Oral.
It began on a snowy Christmas evening not so long ago. The story of a boy and his family and all of the lives they touched, each with their own story of love, loss, celebration, and remembrance.
Yeah. Right.
But every story must have an ending. Moral Oral, the last episode ever. Tonight at 12:15 on Adult Swim.
Was that Christmas several Christmases earlier? One of the last times I saw you. That reflected a time that wasn't much pearlier, but at least back then I didn't hate you. I never wanted to see you die or have your loved ones suffer inside. Never prayed for Santa to send you a plane crash or wished on a star to inflict a brain bash on you. Back then I was true. No, on that Christmas, those 3 little words were whispered by this little sly elf. What you wanted to hear, you know what they were. I hate myself.
So, this is it, the last episode of Moral Oral ever.
It was co-written by David Tuber, who also directed this episode.
So let's
Say goodbye to Oral in this episode entitled Honor.
Merry Christmas.